Hey, today we discuss how to get out of your extramarital relationship. If you're watching this right now, I want you to know that I am not here to preach to you. I'm not going to tell you why you should get out, should you get out. I'm just going to say how you should get out. And you get to make the choice of whether you want to get out or not. If you're watching this right now, think of this as providence, as coincidence. I don't know. Take it as you want it. But chances are that if you are having an affair, that you don't have very many people to talk to, do you? The other person, your spouse or partner, might find someone who might be empathetic and sympathetic to their cause. They might even have doubts about what you're going through, and they might say, you know what, I think my husband or my wife is having an affair. And their friends might say, yeah, really? And they might listen to them. But when you go to talk about your affair, even with your best friend, chances are that you will be met with judgment. Or at least you have a fear of being judged by the other person. So is the case in our society. So what do? You sit with your affair. It adds to your guilt, to your shame, and of course the constant fear. The fear as to when this thing will explode in your face. And because it's kept inside, you're not communicating. You might even want to write it down on a journal, but you're scared that it might be found by somebody, so you don't write it down. So all of these emotions, all of these feelings and thoughts are spinning all the time, and that is draining your energy. It's tiring, it is scary, it's very, very stressful. And if you're there already, then you know what I'm talking about. I just want to spend some time with you, and before I could go ahead, I just want you to take a look at this right now. This ball right here in my hand. This is the ball. Look at this. You can't see this physically, but there is a ball in my hand, and this is all of the stress and emotions you're feeling right now. I'm taking it from you for the time being. I'm keeping this emotion aside safely. You can have it back. And as person to person, as a human to human, let's have a reasonable conversation here. Okay? Your emotions are aside. Let's meet with reason. You see, it's not a matter of if. Oftentimes you're thinking, what if this comes out? You're sitting on a time bomb, so it's just a matter of when it explodes. And when it does, it's not a pretty picture. I've seen this up close. It's not good. It's not fun at all. So I want you to do this. Grab a piece of paper right now. Do a little exercise over here. And since it's just you and me, get a piece of paper. I want to help you release some information which is just churning inside. Bring it out. Get a pen. Think about everything that you own and co-own with your partner or your spouse right now. I want you to think about your savings, your current, your pension account, think about your vehicles, fixed assets, everything. And put one ballpark figure that you think of is the total worth, total value of what you have financially. Put that down on a piece of paper. Now, depending on where you are, you may be having a few lakh rupees to a few crores, or a few thousand to a few $100,000. Put that on a piece of paper and take a good look at that number. This is something which you only keep doing in your head. So I want you to see this for yourself. Number 2, I want you to think about who are involved between you and your partner or your spouse. Your children, if there are any, your pets, if there are parents involved, think of them and put a number there. How many people are involved? Take a good look at both these numbers. Now, imagine that at any given point, that first number, which is the total worth, total value of all your assets together, is just cut down by 50%. Just like that. What if it's cut down by 60% or 70%? You're left with just 30% of it. Well, if they have a good lawyer, it can happen. And what if you just get to be all alone, and all those people that you value, your friends, your family, your children, they are just handed over to them. You don't have a choice in these matters. These are legal matters. If it comes to legality, they go on the other side. So what do? Are you okay with being alone, living alone? Number one. And number two, what if all of these people become your responsibility? Are you okay with giving up your life and your freedom to take care of all of these by yourself? That's a question you want to ask. But the number one question you want to ask is, can you be by yourself? Now, if you are considering that, okay, so I might get a divorce and I'll be alone, but I do have my affair partner, I could go live with him or her. But consider this statistic before you go into that way of thinking. 91% of marriages that happen with affair partners end in divorce within the first year itself. 91%. Why does that happen? Well, there is a science behind it. Very often, affair is based on nothing but fantasy, romance. You are having the affair with only one part of this person. Let's name this part lover. But accordingly, well, this person also has another part, which is that of a husband or a wife, if they are married. He or she also has a part of, let's say, a parent. Also has a part as a child to his parents or her parents. You see, they're playing many roles. They have a part as a professional, a business person, an employee. They're playing many roles. But with you, in your affair, they're only playing one role, which is that of a lover. And that's based on fantasy. So when you get married to your affair partner, it's very difficult to integrate all of your parts because they are expecting only one part of you, which is lover. And that is why when reality meets fantasy, reality stands the test of time and fantasy goes out of the window in less than a year's time. The question is, you are an intelligent person. The question is, why would someone as intelligent, as smart as you choose to do this? And the funny thing is, a lot of people in society are doing this. So it's not about intelligence, it's about understanding what is the underlying reason. Turns out there are three of them. One, of course, is subconscious trauma, which may have happened a long, long time ago. And any kind of addiction is just self-medication because there is so much pain. People want to get rid of pain and they'll do anything. So they would get into sex addiction, they'll get into pornography, they'll get into gambling, you name it, whatever your poison is, you do it only for self-medication. So there is, number one, some kind of trauma. Number two, it could be needs. You have needs, I have needs, everybody got needs. And the whole point of being in a relationship or in a marriage is that you understand there is consensus together on meeting each other's needs, of course, based on consensus. Number three, wants. The third reason why people get into affair is wants. And wants are funny. You can't meet all wants. Wants are unlimited. So that's something which I keep for a separate session. Now, after hearing all this, you might ask, so what's the danger? What if things just go on like this, and what if I don't do anything about it? What's the danger if it explodes in my face? Well, if it does blow up, then your spouse or partner gets involved. And when they get involved, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for you to explain to them there is underlying trauma or needs that are unmet. Because they will bring in their emotions and it's going to get really nasty depending on case to case. And because you already have trauma, 90% or more case get into infidelity, get into affairs because of trauma. And because you already have trauma and they bring in their reaction to the whole mix, you are now traumatized further. So you might ask, but Sunny, can you help me at that time as a professional? And I will say, yes, I could. But here's my question to you, my friend. When is a good time to repair the dam? When you have one crack in the dam or when the dam is already burst? You could fix in both the cases, but there is more work involved once the dam is burst. I leave this to your best judgment. Now at this point, I only want to ask you two questions that you might really want to consider here. Number one, do you really want to be in this relationship or marriage? It's a yes and no question. It shouldn't take more than 3 seconds for you to answer this question. If it's a yes, then the second question I have for you is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it for you to be in this relationship? 1 being not important at all, 10 being I can't imagine not being in this relationship. Pick a number and put it down on that piece of paper in front of you. I want you to see that number for yourself. If that number is less than 7, then I want you to go back to the first question, ask yourself that question again. Do you really want to be in this relationship? Do you really want this relationship? If that number is more than 7, then my question to you is, what exactly are you waiting for? Especially when you know that you're sitting on a ticking time bomb. What is it that you're waiting for? And in the end, I want to ask you this question. How many times have you met somebody who is talking to you without judgment and saying, hey, it's okay, I know the underlying reasons, let's explore, let's get this resolved? How many people have you found to open up and talk about these things? You don't have to wait for many years. You don't have to wait to get this resolved for many months even. It's just a matter of few days. You can get out of this and move on. And I want you to take a good look at that number on that piece of paper. What is it worth? Not just financially, but emotionally. What is it worth to you? In the end, I would say, my friend, I'm all for pleasure. My entire work is based on pleasure. It revolves around pleasure. But there is no pleasure in the world which is worth lying to yourself on a day-to-day basis. There's absolutely no pleasure out there that's worth that huge a price. Reach out, drop me a message. There's a link in the description. Book your time with me and have a chat about this with me. And let's see how we can resolve this, because we can resolve this. That is the power of your unconscious mind. I'm not the one with solutions. You will find a solution. I will just get you there in a matter of few days. So what are you waiting for? Thanks so much for being with me. Take care.